The gentleman from the 3rd District, Representative Ormsby.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I've been listening to what has been a very engaging debate, I'm very impressed, but I think there's a couple clarifications that need to be made. One is that government has no value in job creation. I'm not sure about anyone else around here, but we're covetous of Fairchild Air Force Base in Spokane, federal investment. We've also, I'm sure that folks from other military communities, whether they're in Everett, Bangor, McCord, Fort Lewis, Camp Murray, the firing range in Yakima, government does have a role. And I look at Hanford in the Tri-Cities, huge public investment that has a lot to do with that growing economy. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about smart government investment. I've also heard that this is a huge increase in the amount of debt. Well, it's 1.7%, Mr. Speaker, and at 5'10", if I increase my height by 1.7%, I'd be barely 5'11". So let's talk about this in the context of the big picture. I've also heard that I've heard that we don't have any prominent business organizations endorsing this. There are some very prominent public figures that did exactly this type of thing. That is, our job is to come here, demonstrate leadership, show courage, going back to the days of FDR. Fast forward just a little bit, President Eisenhower, the interstate freeway system created under his watch, huge public investment that spurred our economy. Let's look to another public figure, Governor Dan Evans, huge public investments approved by the voters, as this measure will be, if it happens, approved by the voters. Former Secretary of State Ralph Monroe came to the Capital Budget Committee, testified in favor of this as a way to show some gumption, to show some leadership, to show some vision. That's what I think our job is, and that's what this bill embodies in my mind. Also, in terms of prominent folks, former State Senator Ann Anderson, who's now with Central Washington University, says this is exactly the kind of thing that we need to do. They've increased their square footage by 400,000 square feet. At the same time, they've reduced their energy consumption by 10%. This is real energy savings. This is real jobs. The $190 million in savings from energy is a money that can be much better used by those public entities than paying utility companies. This is a good idea, Mr. Speaker. And one further note, and that is, I'm surprised at the lack of faith that we have in the electorate in this debate. The voters are going to be deciding this at the end of the day. Let's have all these robust arguments put forward to the public. I have faith in the public's judgment, Mr. Speaker, and I have faith in this bill.